Hello and welcome to a Handpicked Life channel. And in this session, we're going to look at habits and how we can create habits in a way that allows us to step in smoothly into a new way of being. Now, the best way to change habits is to create new ones, because in actual fact, anything that you've created is always going to be inside you. It's always going to be a part of you. However, the less attention you pay to the things that you're choosing not to continue doing, and the more you focus on what it is that where you want to direct your energy, the easier it is to create those habits that serve you. My name's Leanne Campbell. I'm a life and wellbeing coach, and I specialize in somatic practices. And when we work with somatic practices, that's the way to really bypass those areas where we're on automatic pilot and really speak deeply to the subconscious in order to embed the new habits. So if we're looking at how to create, one of the ways is to look at the stories that we tell already. So what kind of story do you tell yourself that's no longer serving you? Is there a particular incident that tends to crop up a lot, whether that's in your head or when you're in conversation, you hear yourself telling that story again that may have been embarrassing or cause you shame, or trauma in your body that is keeping you in the past. And the reason I say that is every time we tell a story in the present, we're reliving it, we're affirming it. Now, there's a difference between acknowledging that something happened. So it's not about putting a plaster on a broken leg. However, you can take a story and decide to tell it in a different way. So once you've acknowledged that, yes, this was painful, yes, that created a lot of tension and hurt and pain in my life, and there's a moment where you're ready to tell that story for the last time as it is. Now, that story will always be part of you. It's part of who you are, and it should be. It's who you are today. However, when you tell it from a different angle, it can be a story that empowers you. Now, it often takes time to really look at it. Look at the words you use when you tell a story. Words are like spells. They can keep you in a place for years, seeing things from a certain point of view. And there are ways that you can use your words that transform something into, you're using it as compost in order to take you forward to enrich your life. So that's still part of you, but it enriches your life. So you can talk about the strength you had at that time. You can tell stories that maybe you've got a stubborn streak that keeps you doing something that you know is destructive. How can you talk about that stubborn streak in a way that is something really strong about yourself? I've got a really simple story that years ago when I was struggling with my health, I felt weak. I felt that my body was weak. I'd seem to have reactions to everything. I got chest infections easily. I was chronically asthmatic. And I remember my flatmate at the time saying to me, you know, your body's not weak. I was telling the story again. I'm so weak. I'm so fed up with this. And I remember him saying, well, it's a strength. Your body's strong because it's telling you that that's not okay. And that was a real aha moment for me, and a massive part of being able to strengthen my body and see myself in a different way. And I'm still pretty finely tuned. And that's the way I like to see it now. I'm finely tuned. My body speaks to me really clearly. And I know when I go off balance, and I know how to get myself into balance. But that was the first step for me, suddenly seeing my body as actually really strong intelligent, able to sharply tell me what's going on without being suppressed. It was refusing to be suppressed. So that's a really simple way that we can begin to see things from a different angle. We are about to start a 21-day support program within our membership, and you can check out the link below if you'd like to know more about this and to dive deeper. And in that, we're taking 21 days to choose a story that we're choosing to transform. You're allowed to tell it. In fact, you're allowed to tell it 3 more times the way it is right now before stepping into a different way of being, and using somatic practices such as emotional freedom technique, simple ways to open up the body, drop into the present moment. We'll deeply entrench a new story, and that's one that you will then tell for your rest of your life. In fact, will get better and better. So it's a wonderful way to have that experience, to be able to step into something that you truly would like to change and redirect it. Use that wonderful compass you've got already to change the story, how you're telling the story. So you're not running away from yourself, you're enriching who you already are, and you're redirecting your energy to a place that makes sense to you and supports your dreams and aspirations of who you are today and who you want to be in the future. So check out the link below. If you've enjoyed this video, please give us a like, subscribe to our channel, check out the 21-day support program. Thank you for joining me.